Jessica paid the cab fare, shoving the scrunched-up tenner at the driver in her haste to get inside as quickly as possible. "Thank you," she shouted, waving over her shoulder as she skipped across the pavement and fumbled in her bag for her front door keys. "Evening, Mrs. P." Jessica regretted the overfamiliar greeting the second it left her lips. "Got anything planned for Halloween? You can have these if you like." Jessica held out the white plastic vampire teeth that she and Polly had been wearing all afternoon. Her neighbour ignored the offering in Jessica's outstretched palm. "It's Mrs. Pleasant," she uttered, before disappearing inside with a disapproving shake of her head. "Wah, Matt, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I've had a complete mare," Jessica hollered as she let herself into the house, dropping her handbag behind the front door as she raced along the hallway's stripped wood floor. She came to an abrupt halt in the light, airy kitchen that occupied the glass-roofed extension at the back of their home. Matthew was sitting at the breakfast bar in his dinner jacket, white shirt, and black bow tie. His newly polished shoes resting on the bar of the stool and his glasses on the end of his nose. He was scanning his iPad, reading the day's papers, while sipping on a gin and tonic, infused with plenty of lime. He looked up and sighed. "Well, hello, Mr. Bond. I believe you've been expecting me," Jessica lisped through her ill-fitting vampire teeth. No, please don't be in a huff. I'm sorry, my love. I know you hate being late." Jessica pulled out her teeth and held up both her palms as if she were directing traffic. "I'm not in a huff," Matthew countered, a little coolly, lightly tapping his fingers on the countertop. "You are a little bit, I can tell, because that was funny and you didn't laugh, not even slightly. Plus you have the beginnings of your huff face. But I promise I'll get ready at super speed, and let's see if we can't turn that frown upside down," she grinned. Despite his irritation, Matthew smiled at his effervescent wife as she babbled. "It's not even my fault I'm late. I'm so sorry, baby." Jessica continued as she pulled her cowboy boots from her feet and flung them into a heap in the middle of the floor. "I was out with Polly and Jane in a pub down by the river, and I told them I had to get back for your very important lawyery night thing. And Polly even set an alarm so I could head off in plenty of time. And it was only while we were sharing a massive eaten mess, which was delish, actually, just the right mix of cream and strawberries. Anyway," she swallowed, "Jane asked what I was planning on wearing tonight, and I remembered I'd sent my dress to the cleaners and hadn't collected it, so I left, didn't even pay my share, which no doubt Polly will slate me for, even though she never gave me the money for Max and Drew's civil partnership gift. Do you remember? The ugliest teapot in the world that we got from Greenwich Market. Well, we were supposed to go halves with Polly. Anyway," Jessica rolled her hand in the air, "I hailed a cab, but when I got to Mayflowers on the Goldhawk Road, guess what?" Jessica finally drew breath as she slipped out of her jeans and flung them inside out over the back of a dining chair, before shrugging her arms from her jersey and tossing it over her head. "They were closed," Matthew offered as he powered down his iPad and decided instead to watch his wife strip in the kitchen. "They were, bastards. And I just accidentally called our neighbour Mrs. P, and I don't think she was that chuffed. Oh, I need a drink. Do you think I have time for a quick one?" The hands of the kitchen clock were quickly making their way towards 7 p.m, which was precisely the time they needed to leave in order to make the banquet at the Guildhall that started at 7:45. Jessica looked at the clock guiltily and pulled out a 3/4 full bottle of Pimm's and a chilled litre of lemonade from the fridge. "Be a love, Matt, and pour me a big one while I go and find shoes," she smiled as she plonked the bottles on the work surface and scooted along the kitchen floor in her bra and pants, before coming to rest in front of the huge scrubbed pine linen press in their hallway, which was brimming with numerous pairs of shoes and boots, most of which, if Matthew were to be honest, looked remarkably similar. "Oh, come to Mama, you little beauties!" Jessica bent over and dug deep into the closet, withdrawing with a pair of beautiful